All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day of SaberSim's DFS office hours. Today is Monday, April 15th of 2024. Looking ahead, we have a 9-game MLB main slate today. We have an 8-game NHL slate, and then we have no NBA games today. NBA in-game tournament starts tomorrow. So it should be a fun day of DFS. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the coaches over here at SaberSim. This is a show where we go over how to use the SaberSim app, answer any and all DFS related questions. You get your questions in one of 3 ways here. First off, send us an email, support@sabersim.com. Second, post it live in the YouTube chat. Third way, post it in the office hours channel in our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord and want to get access to that channel, there is a link in the description of this video. You also get access to our similar channels, individual sport channels, and you get access to the rest of the SaberSim team. So can't say enough good things about the Discord. But with that said, we do this show Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and we do this show on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. So tune in and get your questions answered. It is Monday here, and today we have to announce the winners for week 1 of the SaberSim Birdie Battle. If you guys are not signed up yet, I highly recommend getting signed up. There's still plenty of time to get in on the action. Our Birdie Battle, we're giving away 2 tickets to the Masters, and actually huge shout out to Dalladino taking down $575,000 in the main DraftKings GPP this weekend. He was duplicated one time in the $10 Millie Maker, but awesome win. 470,000 entries in that contest. So nice to see a SaberSim logo up at the top. But for this week, for our winners here, we're going to scroll down to prizes and our weekly prizes. So for our top finisher, they're going to get a custom SaberSim golf hat. They're going to get an entry into our end of the season Masters free roll. And then we're going to do a spin to see who gets free entry into next week's Birdie contest on DraftKings, the $3.20 max. So let's see who won this week. Looks like our winner was Mr. Agony with a 12th place finish, 489.5 points. Congratulations to you. You're going to be getting that hat and that entry into our end of the season free roll. And then I'm going to go and grab all the people who maxed out this contest this week. We had 173 people participate. We appreciate you guys participating each and every week. And I'm going to go over to our trusty wheel of names, paste those names in here, hit shuffle a couple times, and we are going to spin to see who wins free entry into next week's Birdie contest. So it looks like our winner is going to be and 14. Congratulations. Our support team will reach out to both of the winners here, and we'll make sure that you guys get taken care of. So sports fan 14. Yep, perfect. All right. And that concludes our Birdie Battle for week 1. So still 13 more weeks to go, and hope you guys continue on participating. And if you're not signed up, you can get signed up at this page here, which I will drop in the chat so you guys can check it out. But all right, with that said, we're going to jump into our regularly scheduled office hours here. Let me get SaberSim pulled up, and we will get rocking and rolling. All right, so first question here came in yesterday from Absolute Zero. And the question says, I'm doing separate builds for each contest type. Is that right? Alternatively, which contest should I sort by if I should be doing all contests from one build? For example, I'm playing 100 lineups in the mini max, 20 in the 20 max. So I build 120 lineups, sort by RAROI of the mini, or do I do 100 sorted for the mini and 20 sorted for the 20 max? Okay, good question. So our DFS profit plan says that it's good to build lineups that are 20 max and 150 max together, and then build lineups for contests for single entries and 3 maxes together. So think about having 2 builds, 20 max, 150, and then on the other side, having single entry and 3 max. So in your example, you have 120 lineups, 20 in a 20 max, 100 in the mini max. I would build those together. And since you are on the ultimate plan, which I see you are here, there's 2 ways to do this, right? I think the best way to do this, the most the best practice way to do this is to have 2 separate contest sims. So I'm going to make one for a 150 max. I'm going to make one for a 20 max here, and I'll show you how I would do this. So when I go back to my build after making my contest sim settings, I already ran some lineups here before we got started. If I go to my settings, my contest sim settings, I'm going to see I have both of those contest sim set up. So then I'm just going to click run. It's going to run them together and then return the metrics. What I would do is you have one big pool of lineups, but you fill the contests separately. You fill them individually here. So what this would look like, which is what I'll show you as soon as this contest sim finishes here. All right, just waiting for this to wrap up. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And hope you guys enjoyed the Masters. I know I sure did. It was fun to watch all weekend and sweat it out. So it was a really good time. All right. Contest sim is taking a little bit here. Kind of surprised. I have a feeling something might be wrong, but let's wait this out a couple seconds longer here. All right. So contest sim did finish. Just took a little bit longer than usual. Not sure why, but all the metrics are here. So what I would do is I would go to my lineups. I would change the number in my lineups to 100, which is your mini max that you were talking about. And then I would go and change the sorting metric to the contest sim for the mini max, right? So I'm going to do RAROI of the mini max. I'm going to get my 100 lineups. I'm going to save these to this contest specifically. And then when I am done, I am going to trash these 100 lineups. And then I'm going to go back to my lineups. I'm going to change it now to 20, which is my next contest. And then I'm going to go and change my sorting metric to the next contest sim for the 20 max. And then I would fill these lineups from here. So like this is what I would do if I had those two contests. Now, if you want, if you're in a time crunch or, you know, you want to, you know, you're trying to be time sensitive, you could just pick one of these contest sims, you know, whatever one matters to you more, whichever one has more entry fees, whichever one has a bigger price to first. That's like totally up to you. You could use one contest sim for them all. But I think especially in a sport like baseball, where lineups come out, you know, 3 hours prior to lock, you should have plenty of time to do these separately and get, you know, the best possible lineups for each individual contest into your lineups on DraftKings or whatever fantasy site you're playing. So that's the way I would go about it. All right. Next question here. Question says for 50-50 single entries, do I use the optimize button or do I use the GPP single entry build? Okay, good question. So in your build settings here, a GPP is a, you know, guaranteed prize pool tournament type with a big percent of the prize pool going to first. If you're playing 50-50s, which are like cash games where you're just trying to, you know, get across the cash line, be in the top 50% of the results there, and then everybody gets paid the same amount. What I would do is I would switch my build mode from sim to optimizer. And then when you build in optimizer mode, what the builder is going to do is try and build the highest projected lineups possible, and then just play one of the top lineups from there. So I would move off of sim mode to optimizer mode if I was playing a 50-50 single entry. And if you are interested, we have some more documentation here related to sim mode versus optimizer mode. So at any time, you can always go to our support library, which you go to the top right corner menu, you go to help, open up our support library. We have lots of tutorials and different things in here. When you go down to frequently asked questions, you go to view more, and then you just type in sim mode. And then there is this article, what is the difference between sim mode and opti/optimizer mode? And then I will just drop this here in the YouTube chat, and I will drop this in the Discord as well as a complement to this answer. All right. Next question here from J. Sams Jr. And question says, when a batter is batting first, one slate, and he moves down 3 or 4 slots the next slate, what is the significance of that and how much edge can be gained from looking into this type of adjustment from the coaches? Interesting. So really, you could probably come in here and like see this is probably like a good example. So batting order really has to do with plate appearances, right? Like the higher up in the order, the more plate appearances somebody is going to have. So this gets handled on like a lineup by lineup basis kind of. So like if we were to go open up like a fresh build here and then let's see, sort by projection. Let's go to all batters. And then let's just go to plate appearances, right? So I'm going to scroll over here, go and find some plate appearances. Going to bring this over to the side. And then if I sort by plate appearances, well, I'm going to see that, hey, the guys with the most plate appearances are typically at the top of the order, right? Every time somebody gets on base, that is, 1/9 of an extra at bat for every player, right? And the guys at the top of the order are benefiting from that the most. So we're going to see that, hey, plate appearances, are all a lot of guys who are batting first and then, second, third, etc. here. We do see teams with like lower team totals showing up a little bit lower than some teams like we see the Atlanta 3 hitter, Austin Riley, before we even see the, Chicago Cubs leadoff hitter. Like we're saying that Austin Riley on average is going to get more plate appearances than even Ian Happ will, right? And then something else to just, that's just like another piece of information to take in, right? I mean, we could see that, we even like Matt Olson, the 4 hitter for the Braves, more than we like Jonathan India for Cincinnati, just total plate appearances, right? So, I say this to say that, the sim is going to kind of capture that information. It's going to understand where players are in the batting order, and it's going to, make the proper adjustment as to how many at bats they get on average in the sim here. So I'm not sure how much value you can add there by paying attention to that type of thing. The at bats are the at bats. I think that, in a sport like, I don't know, maybe football where somebody moves like from the outside into like the slot, and then you can figure out like, okay, who is like the quarterback and what is like their frequency of like throwing to their slot receiver or something like that. Maybe there would be a little bit more edge to be had. But I think players moving kind of up and down in the batting order, aside from the builder calculating, how many plate appearances we think they're going to get in their new batting position, I don't think there's a ton of edge to be added in regards to that. But definitely good question. I see you, working, trying to find different angles, trying to find some edge. So keep hunting and you're going to find the right thing there. But all right, taking a peek here. Looks like we're all caught up with questions in the Discord and the YouTube chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Congratulations to the winners for our first week of the Birdie Battle. Our support team will reach out to you so you can get your prizes. But until tomorrow, everybody, I will be right back here 4 p.m. Eastern for our Tuesday show. So until then, take care. Good luck. Thanks. Bye.